Hey, what's going on guys, Looney here, and welcome back to yet another Java tutorial. In this tutorial, to create a plugin for your bucket server, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can go ahead and create a prefix plugin. What I mean by prefix plugin is pretty simple. If you've used Essentials, or if you've got Essentials, you know that in your permissions, you know that in your permission manager, whether that would be group manager, PEX, or any other group manager, permissions manager out there, you can add a prefix to players in a certain group. Like staff could have the staff prefix, but I'm going to show you guys how you can do that by permissions. It's very useful if you do not have Essentials on your server, as Essentials can intervene with a lot of things, and you know it's just a lot easier if you have custom plugins. So this tutorial is my own coding, so therefore it won't be the neatest coding, and it won't be the most, actually I'll probably say it's the most straightforward coding, but it will require two classes, and you can actually go ahead and check on all the codes in a paste bin in the description below. Hopefully I won't forget it, but if there's anything that I missed out, I'll also put another paste bin link. But obviously you kind of want Eclipse, so just load a new project, or even create a new project. I'm going to call this prefix tutorial. Prefix tutorial. So in prefix tutorial, I'm going to click source and add a new package. me.tut.prefix.main. Then inside of this main one, I'm going to add a main class and also another class called player listener. So we're not really going to need the player listener at the moment. We're going to need the main.java, which is a little bit obvious. So obviously we need to go ahead and extend Java plugin, but before I forget, left click the folder, right click it, build path, configure build path, add external jars, and add the jar. I'm currently using 1.7.2, although 1.7.8 I believe is out, but I believe it works anyway. So then you want to import Java plugin, and we're gonna add a public void before our on enable. So public void log string, and then system dot out. If you did watch my tutorial on how you can actually create your own Kit PvP plugin, you will realize, well, I guess you will find this coding pretty easy, to be honest. So we've put the log. We kind of want to add a public static event, basically. So static main. If you've put a capital M, you want to put a capital M. If not, don't worry. And then get instance. Start static. That's what it's supposed to be. Don't worry about that yet. And then return and then instance. Don't worry about it not being correct at the moment. Obviously we'll sort that out later. So public void register listeners. This will basically be registering our listeners, like our player listener. You can even do a block listener, whatever you want. So plugin, in fact we'll do this one last. We'll do the register listeners last, just because you will get some errors if you don't do it last. So on enable starts here, enable starts here, and then at override public void on enable. I know there's a shortcut way on how you can get on enable up, but I always like doing my coding pretty much handwritten, so I do all the writing on it. Has been enabled, because we want to send the console basically a message saying it's been enabled. So instance equals this register listeners. So basically when the plugin's enabled, it will go ahead and register the listeners, and then this dot save default config. Now in the config, all that I'm going to do is store the permissions. You know, nothing I guess major here. So you could even call it like something along the lines of I don't know, permissions.yml. Wow, really? Public, because we need to do a on disable event. What this will be is, well, pretty much self-explanatory. Basically, when the plugin is actually disabled, when you're shutting down your server, or when you're using Plugman or any other plugin which disables other plugins, has been disabled. So that'll be pretty much simple, and I'm going to go ahead and put instance equals null. So that's that. Obviously this isn't correct at the moment. Let me just make sure that I haven't misspelled it. No. Right, so one thing that we're going to need to do now is pretty much do something, I guess, well, not major at all, but something pretty easy. So in the player listener, you want to go ahead and implement no, not player listener, sorry, just listener. And you want to import listener. Then you want to do main plugin public player listener main instance if I can actually spell instance. In here you just want to put this dot plugin equals instance, and then if I'm correct, that should have sorted out the errors in here. Nope, apparently it hasn't. Let me just save this. Yep, still getting the errors. Okay, right. Right. So now we've done that, we kind of just want to do a on player join event. So I'm gonna put on player join, and I'm gonna add a at event handler. What this is, it basically will, like, the event that we put underneath it, which will be the player join event. So player join event, let's dim it as E and open up the squiggly bracket. Let's quickly just import event handler and player join event. So basically event handler kind of tells the coding itself that this here until the next squiggly bracket is an event. That event is player join event. Without this it won't work. In the coding itself it won't work. So in here we just want to dim player as P and then E dot get player. It's just a lot easier than typing it out. And then we're going to string P name. So again, it's a lot easier for us as P dot get name. Like I said, it's a lot easier. We're gonna go ahead and import player. And then this is where it all begins. So if you have VIP, owner, builder, you're gonna need, oh wait, I need to go ahead and add a // you're gonna need to go ahead and make sure you have a if for all of these statements. By that I mean you're gonna have to type pretty much out the same coding at all times. So let's say the first one is just a average member, and by the way, I do this because it's a lot easier for me to find it in the coding. So I'm going to put if p.has permission. Oh wait, we can actually go ahead and go into the main jar now and add the plugin manager. In register listeners, it will be plugin manager pm, because that's what we're really going to dim it as, equals get server dot get plugin manager pm dot register events new player listener. This, and then after this you want to put a space, comma then space, and then this. You then want to go ahead and import player manager, and make sure you spell manager correctly. So that should be that. Register events has been registered. I still want to know why this isn't. So in the player listener, if p dot has permission, then in brackets you want to put the permission that you want. So I'm just going to put I don't know, what could I put? Prefix dot member, and then open it up, and then let's say we want a string member equals now the reason why you're gonna have to have member here, but basically if in any part of coding you have string, I don't know, string prefix, and then we copy this coding into well, basically what we're going to do is we're going to pretty much copy this into here again, and if we had it on the same, it would mess it up. Even if this was like VIP or something, it would mess up and it would do the first line of code. So that's why we need to dim string as something that we will never forget, and the coding itself won't get confused. So let's say we want the member to be in grey. Let's say we want it to be in bold, and we want the text to display as member. You know, it won't be hard to do. And then plus chat color dot blue plus chat color. Oh no, it's already bold. I don't need to do a bold. And then one of these little things here, crocodile type of things, as they are known in maths, plus chat color dot gold plus, and then another one, and then chat color dot blue plus, and then yet another one, and then plus chat color dot reset, because we want to reset the we basically want to reset the colors here, so then it's not blue, it's not bold, and you know, stuff like that. So after that, let's say we want their name to be gold. You know, that won't be hard. Plus chat color dot gold plus, now you want to do a chat color dot reset, or if you don't want to do a chat color dot reset, or no, actually no, even better, if you want the player to have a specific like the message just to be a specific text, like if you're an owner, the text that you type, or even the message that you type, will be in gold, then you don't, you know, you just want to literally get rid of this chat color dot reset here, and it won't do that. But if you do want to do that, then you want to go ahead and put it in so the thing gets reset. So we then want to do p.set display name, display name, and then in brackets member, because we dimmed it as member, as this is the member one right here. So yeah, I don't think I did p.get name. No, I didn't. So plus p name plus, so don't forget the p name, otherwise it won't actually put the player's name there. So if you wanted to, you could put else. You could put else here, and then if again, so else if has VIP, or you could literally just ignore the if, and do whatever you really wanted to. So let's say I want VIP to be aqua. I don't know. Yeah, aqua, because it looks pretty cool. And probably said that's about it. So again, if we went ahead and did a else here, and let's put owner, it'll be easier. So let's put owner. Actually, instead of VIP, I put builder. So builder. Obviously, you guys can put whatever you like here. These are obviously just examples. We need to change what it says here as well to what the permission technically is, or what the person will be classed as. Same here. I'm gonna put builder. Here will be owner. So will this. And instead of aqua here, I'm gonna go ahead and put gold, because owners are very important, and I'm going to put owner in all caps. Let's put a capital B there. So let's say that's all we want. Then that's pretty fine. Save all. And one thing that I did forget is probably why we are getting this little error is we want to add a private static main instance. I don't know why I forgot that, and obviously that will then sort out all the errors that we just get. So that is literally it. If we ever wanted to, we could go into game and do it. I forgot to do this little thing here. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and remove this. So member plus builder plus owner. So then I can obviously sort that stuff out. So I'm gonna go ahead, save this again. We need to quickly create a new plugin.yml. So plugin.yml. It's already opened up in Notepad++, so I'm gonna go ahead and right click it and open with text editor, so it comes into here. And then we want name. Basically this is what the folder will be called. I'm going to call it prefix, prefix extra, I don't know. And then main is our main class, so it is me.tut.main with the capital M, because that's what we call the class. Version of this is just 1.0. There's no commands, so we don't really need to register the commands. So we're gonna go ahead and create a new file config. Now if you didn't go ahead and save a config in the onEnable, you don't need to add a config, but no, I need to go ahead and delete that and add in another one. So if you saved a config.yml, you're gonna have to do this. This is basically just going to store all of our permissions for all prefixes. So let's say member equals prefix dot member, and then builder equals prefix dot builder, and then obviously last was owner equals prefix dot owner. That was that. I believe so anyway. Let me just make sure to go into player, listener, member, builder, owner. You can even go ahead and copy these if you wanted to. So that's that. It would have saved in here if you wanted to. You could even make sure by reloading your Eclipse. There's no need really, but that's pretty much that. So it's saved. Let's go ahead and export it. Next, we only want config and plugin.yml, so that'd be that. And then I'm going to save it as tutorial prefix, even tutorial prefix, and I'm just going to go ahead and save that to my desktop. So that should be here, which it is. So then I'm just going to go ahead and load up all my Minecraft server and stuff. But you will, and I repeat, you will need a plugin manager. Whether that is Essentials plugin manager, Permissions X, or PEX, as it's also known as. I've currently got Group Manager, not hard, and just make sure I didn't have my own little plugin in there. So worlds, I'm just gonna go ahead and remove my little permission thing there. I believe that was the only one that I had. Yes, it was. And I'll show you guys in game. But to install your plugin, which is a bit obvious, go to plugins and just drag it in, and then you obviously just launch your server. So let me just quickly load up my Minecraft, and I will see you guys in a second. But whilst my Minecraft loads, whilst it's being really slow, you should really check if prefix extra, or whatever you called it, is actually enabled. It will be enabling, and then it will see if it's actually enabled. Has been enabled is basically our onEnable. So yeah, and it should have created the prefix extra. So if you actually went into the config, obviously here it tells us all of our prefixes. So yeah, I'll definitely see you guys in game right now. Alright guys, before I actually join the game of my little test server, overwriting my Zypload craft at the moment. So if you actually remember on there, I'm sorry, tutorials. So when you're joining, you want to pretty much find or look at the CMD for something. So as you can actually see, I've currently got no prefix. So no, God's sake, no prefix. So if I actually de-opt myself, oh no, I wasn't even up anyway. So if I manually add ngx to default, and then went into group manager, world, and groups. If I quickly give myself the permission for the members, which is prefix.member. In fact, I'll go ahead and do that to all of them. I'll give builder one as well, because builder was one. So it's prefix.builder, and the only one at the bottom was this one. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'll add it after this, which would be prefix.owner. Save it, manually load, and even if you wanted to /help, make sure that it is here if you really wanted to. There's no need really, obviously it's sorted. I'm still gonna die by a zombie. Great. /time set 0. Oh, apparently I have permission. Time set to 0. Difficulty peaceful. So if I quickly relog to the server, as you can see, I got my little rank thing. Maybe in the coding I shouldn't have gone ahead and added a space after all of these. Should have only been for the first one really. So yeah, that's the reason why there was spaces. But that's pretty much that. This world thing, totally ignore it. It's something to do with multiverse core. It won't interfere at all. It has its own sort of prefix for that. So it, like I said, it won't interfere. I've even tested it. The way that I was going to do it was going to interfere with it, but I'm amazing and I changed it. So if we, let's say we manually added ourselves to builder, which I don't think we do have permission to do. No. So if I did manually add ngx to builder, you will realize in game it doesn't update, so the player has to disconnect and reconnect. You can even add in a death or even a respawn event, which checks for the players. Basically checks if the player has permission, which isn't really necessary, as I'd rather have people leaving my server to get their rank. Like with Minecraft, you have to leave, or at least you have to wait to get your rank, and it does even say that you may have to wait to get your items. And like on the other servers, if you do pay for things, you normally have to relog anyway to get your stuff. So it's literally not bad at all. It's pretty good. So if I quickly add myself to owner, and let me just disconnect and relog. As you can see, I'm still a builder. Why am I still a builder? This was actually a really easy little bug thing that I found. After two kind of like prefixes, there was like some sort of bug. So actually, let me just make sure prefix.owner. Yeah, that's correct. So the little bug thing is, obviously if there's two more, it's going to get confused with permission. So you're gonna have to go ahead and add in another permission, but taking away the rank. So the rank that's messing up now is builder. So it's basically stopping me from upgrading. So I want to add a dash or a hyphen, and then space, another hyphen, which takes away that permission for the player. Then manually load. And then if I went ahead and relogged, I should get my rank. There you go, owner. So it's not really hard. You could also check it if the player has all of the permissions, if they're actually inheriting something. Owner is inheriting something from admin, but admin isn't inheriting a permission which actually has anything to do with our plugin. So that could even be the problem. I'm not really sure. I haven't really investigated it. But all that I know is that if you take away the permission off the rank that's messing everything up, then it's fine. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please leave ratings of the video, send me out, and don't forget, guys, all the coding for the classes will be in the description below. Just go to Pastebin after the AdFly link. 5 seconds isn't long to wait, and it also supports me on my channel. So guys, like I said, I hope I see you next time. See you guys.